Hi folks, welcome back to the Hoard. So 4:21 p.m. It is 11:25:15. It is Thanksgiving Eve. Welcome to Wednesday. It says it's about 43.9 degrees. It was sunny, beautiful today. Really enjoyed it. 6.6 Celsius, 42% humidity. And now my batteries aren't completely charged. A couple of different topics. First of all, I had another one of those days dealing with outside companies, so I decided to put together the list. Harvey's shite list. It's actually shit, but this is an adult or a family-friendly station, so we're going to call it a shite list. Anyway, track phone made it to the top of my list. They couldn't figure out what was wrong with the phone they sent me. I'm retiring, guys, and I got to start watching my expenses a bit. I currently have Sprint. They're banging me for $60 a phone. I could get a track phone because my wife and I never use our phones. We only really use them for emergencies. Track phone around me uses Verizon. Actually, I think all around the country uses Verizon. So for approximately $10 a month, I could get each per phone, call it $20 a month. And rather than spend $120 a month, I am further ahead. So there we go. Track phone. I was trying to put transfer her number to the phone, and I was on the phone with some woman. I don't know if she was from India or if she was an American who sounded like she was from India, but she drove me completely crazy. 2 on the list, Sam's Club. I went through the whole thing about, them trying to upsell me from a $45 membership to a $125 membership and wasting all my time there. So they're number 2. Number 3, Adams Fairacre Farms. They screwed me on that salad dressing. Got me for an extra 20 cents. That's not too big a deal. And last on the list, I even made my own list. I made it the first time for the carb mistake. If you remember yesterday's video, I forgot to tighten the bolts on the carb. Then I was whining and complaining that the engine isn't running correctly. Well, no kidding. If you don't tighten the carb, it's not going to run correctly. And my second screw up. I got a pellet stove inside. You going to focus or just pretend to focus? I have a pellet stove inside. Did a complete PM. Took the blower out. Vacuumed all the dust out of the combustion system. Vacuumed all the dust out of the main system. Vacuumed out the flue. Completely cleaned the stove. Wasn't drafting worth a hoot yesterday. I'm like, what the hell did I do wrong? Harvey forgot to put the ash pit. I put the ash pit back in, but there's 2 spring-loaded things that you got to tighten or you don't draft properly. I forgot to tighten those. So even Harvey makes mistakes, folks. I even ended up on my own bad list. Let's keep this right here. See how many more people. I got plenty of room, right? I got a lot of room here. Got almost another 10 inches. So, don't end up on Harvey's list, folks. About my backyard tornado. I don't know if you guys remember this. I picked up this wood. Had to be last year about this time, I think. I hope it wasn't 2 years ago. If it was, I'm really slipping. Anyway, so I picked up this crate wood. Came from a lawnmower shop near me. I think there was snow blowers in it, so it was probably about this time last year. And been working on the shelves in here. And here we go. Here's some of the recycled wood. I deliberately picked this height for a reason. See how? Actually, you can't see how, but see how the quad goes right underneath? I picked this height because this is actually the right height for handlebars for 3-wheelers to go underneath. The way I'm going to work this is there's going to be one 3-wheeler in the center. I keep walking over here and screwing things up. There's going to be one 3-wheel in the center with the front wheel aimed out. Then there's going to be 2 on each side, and I figure I can back the 2 of them right out to get them in and out of here. All around the edge, this is 18 inches worth of shelf. I think there's going to be 12 inches worth of shelf here, outward, and it's going to be high enough so the handlebars go underneath. You guys could see what I'm doing with the door frame here, right? These corners are making things stronger. You can see I kind of set up everything for strength here, right? Over here, what I did is also I screwed the plastic into this, screwed the plastic into this. You can see that's hooked together. I put screws through the floor down, also screwed the edge of the wall into that piece of pressure treated along the bottom. You can see I more or less got pressure treated all the way around. I should probably put a little piece in there. My experience is mice are amazing. They seem to be able to get into everything. I'm hoping this around the edge slows them down a little bit, but quite honestly, if a mouse wants into some place, I think if there's enough of a crack where he can chew the hole or she can chew the hole big enough, they're getting in. You notice I used 2x6s along the wall. Why did I do that? Because I already owned them. I'm trying to go through my wood collection and get rid of it. I'm trying to use up stuff. A lot of times you keep wood and you kind of store it. I actually stored this pretty well. I made sure it was flat and I put weight on it. But a lot of times if you don't do that, the wood turns into propellers and then it's worth nothing. So you can see how that corner looks. I'll put a piece over the door, box the door in so it's nice and solid. Then I'll put hinges on it, real hinges, and I'll use their plastic doors. I might have to go around the doors and put pine around them, you know, three quarter, I don't know, 3-inch wide. I might have to frame the doors and then do that to strengthen things up a little bit. So I just put the heater there to get it out of my way. Once the three wheels are in there, obviously this is going to come back in the garage. So when she's done, she'll be leaving, I don't know, picture another couple. I also have some space in here. It's starting to get dark. I don't know how much you guys are going to be able to see. Probably not a lot. Probably nothing, as a matter of fact. But once I consolidate that, life will be better. Then there's other things I want to do. Like I want to get this bench cleaned off and actually get my drill press set up so that I can use my drill press. Some of you guys use pegboards. You do everything from pegboards. You have all your tools up on pegboards. Some of you guys do everything out of a tool chest, you know, a roll-away. I don't know. The real plus with the pegboards is you can look up and see what's missing, and if you get everything back on the pegboards and you keep everything up on the pegboards, that normally works pretty good, right? I mean, what could go wrong? So that's a big plus on pegboards. If you put the tools in a toolbox, they have a tendency to stay a little less dusty. Other than the three-wheelers, I have to see what they look like in there, how much space they take up. I'm not sure. Eventually, it's supposed to get to the point where I have 3 of these here where I live in the Hudson Valley, 3 of these warriors. And there's supposed to be 2 that are going to live out in Pennsylvania where my son lives. So there should be 3 here and 2 out by him. That way, when I'm out there, we can ride together, or when he's here, me and both my sons could ride. I also like the idea that if there's the 3 ATCs in there, make sure I keep 3 easy to start, completely runnables in there, then I don't have to fool around with the garage to get things out. So if I have 3 bikes and 3 ATCs, that would be wonderful. And to go a step further, if I can just put this my chop saw away and not have it sit out in the winter. It's my chop saw and table saw. If this could sit in there too, I would really love it. All right, get it out of the weather. So that's the story. Tomorrow's Thanksgiving, and to all, I really wish a wonderful Thanksgiving. Here in this country, we have a lot to be thankful for, and we have a lot of things to work on. And it's a matter of one's point of view. You can go through life and say, everything kind of sucks. Or you could go through life and say, hey, things aren't too bad here. We have electricity 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I mean, where I live, maybe I lose it for a couple of days a year and get an occasional power glitch, but generally speaking, we always have electricity, which means most of the time you have running water and you have a toilet that flushes, so you're not like looking at your brother's turd lying out there in the front yard, or the backyard, or the alleyway. So just little things like that. We also have a military that does an excellent job protecting us. We pay a lot of money in taxes, but we also typically, at least around here, if I dial the police or if I have an emergency and I dial 911, in a matter of a few minutes, I'm glad I'm walking around. I'm going to use this piece too. In a matter of very few minutes, I have somebody at my house who's saving a life, right? It's perfect? No. There are things to work on, but given that it's Thanksgiving, why don't we focus on the positive and give thanks for a lot of the good things we all do have and that we all do enjoy. All right, folks, once again, I want to thank you all for watching and commenting and subscribing. Remember, keep your feet down, keep your head up, and please get out there and enjoy all your days. Oh, and don't forget to recycle some plywood if you got it. Bye now.